In today's video, what I want you to learn is how I read the markets using market structure. I'm going to focus on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, gold, and silver so that you see how I go above all of this market. I'm going to dwell more on Bitcoin, gold, then Solana, Ethereum. I'm going to be, a couple of examples that I'm going to use in confluence with what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. And what I want you to pick out from this video is how you approach the market. You read the market and you look at what the market is doing, and you use market structure to be able to understand what price is going to do after price break structure or price retest structure. And then from there, you are going to be making the best decisions ever in your life. So let's dive straight away. And if see you on New Year, this is a Betong Crypto. I create content to educate you on on what goes on in the market. I teach you market structure, support and resistance, on everything that you need to know about being successful in the crypto space. I don't teach hype. I don't teach FOMO. I don't give signals. Everything is based on data, actual data on the chart. So subscribe real early and let's dive straight away into this. You know, now this is Bitcoin on the daily time frame. For me to be able to understand what the market is going to be doing for a day or for the week, I'm going to begin my analysis on the weekly time frame. I do general analysis every week, and I want to see what price has been doing before. If the price is trending, if price is ranging, if price is in an uptrend, if price is in a downtrend, if we are bearish, if we are bullish, I want to understand what is going on before I make my decision based on that. Now, if you look at this chart based on the weekly time frame, it signifies that, or it shows that Bitcoin is clearly in an uptrend ever since price left $15,453. You can see uptrend, uptrend. These are all higher highs and higher lows, right? When you see the market in a higher highs and higher lows, it means the market is in an uptrend and or like bullish. And if you see the market like something like this, making lower lows and lower highs, it means the market is bearish. You know, this is just how it signifies. But now we are here, and this is a previous lower low. Price hasn't yet taken out the previous lower low. So we are still bullish on the weekly time frame. So based on structure on the weekly setup, we have retested these key areas here and rejected this key area, but wasn't able to take out this low, meaning we are in an uptrend. And if you look at what price did before in the past, when price revisit key areas after making a huge move to the upside, price always tend to go back and retest the previous high, and then if possibly go and make the next all-time high. In this case, price is still ranging based on the weekly time frame. You can see for the past how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. Price is ranging, meaning price is consolidating on the weekly setup. So if we drop now down to the daily time frame, whatever you do when you trade, you want to build the structure also on the daily setup. Because if you look at the daily setup, you're gonna see that based on what we experience on the weekly setup, we are bullish or we are in an uptrend. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Higher highs, higher lows, even on the weekly, even on the daily setup, right? Now, going to current price action for the day, and what price has been doing for the past days, how many days? Like nine weeks, right? You can see that this whole area, this zone, right, has been an important area that the market makers are building contract, or let me say, they are they are wondering what they're gonna do next with price. Either they're gonna take price to the upside or to the downside. But we're gonna look at what they are doing here to anticipate whether they're gonna take price to the upside or not. We're looking at current price action, and we have already established that we are in an uptrend for Bitcoin. Okay. Now, looking at this, right, what we're gonna do is go back again on the daily time frame and see, okay, what did price do in the past year? You can see if we look at the past and we mark this zone here, you are gonna see something fantastic here. You see, if we mark this low here, this low, we mark this other low here, you're gonna see something fantastic here. Go to the future. What do you see? You see that this previous low that led to this movement to the upside, because this low actually led to this downward movement, and this you can see when price break this zone, it was with high volume. Look at these vector candles here. Look at these vector candles here. Look at these ones. Look, I mean, guys, it's fantastic. Now go back to the future. If you see price getting back to this zone, to this area, and rejecting this zone multiple times, it means that structure is telling you that based on the weekly setup, because we are bullish on the weekly setup, it means they want to either, you know, continue to push price to the upside after this huge movement to the downside. Okay? So if we are going to establish that they want to take price to the upside based on structure, then what do we need to see to confirm that this is the case? This is where I bring in the volume profile on the daily time frame. I want to mark these key areas and see where we have the value area high, the value area low, and the POC. I want to see all of this area. You can see clearly that the value area high is here. Let me make it quickly, like bold, so like large, you can see properly. This is where we have the value area high. This is it here, the value area low, and the POC. So this is the range that price has been moving sideways. So if say you are a day trader, you would have been trading, like if you see price drop down to the value area low, you will be looking for a buy or long opportunity. If you see price get to the value area high, then you are looking for a short opportunity. You don't buy when the market is at resistance. You sell when price get to resistance, and you buy when price goes to support. That is support and resistance rule. And now, based on this, if we stay within this range and we keep rejecting this range based on what we saw in the past, right, it means from where we are currently, they are going to be marking price to the upside. That's why I think Bitcoin is going to, at one point, sweep all of this liquidity here. So market structure is key. Okay, if you understand market structure, then you don't need to waste so much time listening to the noise out there in the market. You're going to be focusing on what price is doing on a daily basis and see whether price is respecting key structures or price isn't respecting key structures. It's very important. And if we go to the price of Ethereum, you don't see similar stuff going on here with Ethereum. Okay, I want to start back with. I already did an analysis here with Ethereum, but let's get back to a different chart of Ethereum and see whether we can get something. Yeah, you can see Ethereum on the weekly time frame. If you look at this on the weekly time frame, see that almost similar thing happening to Bitcoin is going on with Ethereum here. You can see clearly Ethereum made this huge move to the upside, and if you look at previous price action, we are still in an uptrend for Ethereum after making this huge move to the upside. You can see the previous low hasn't been taken out, and we are here, around a key area that price visited in the future, in the past. You can see this area here is a key area that Ethereum is holding. And because we are holding this key area and we are reacting to this zone currently, and if you look at this whole zone of Ethereum, you can say that this whole zone here, from here to this area, is an important area of interest. That if Ethereum keep rejecting this zone, it means Ethereum want to get to the upside. So based on this, Ethereum is bullish. And generally, guys, if Bitcoin is bullish, based on the analysis of Bitcoin, you can apply the market structure analysis of Bitcoin to Ethereum, to Solana, and this is going to be different for with gold, because gold is different. Gold is a different asset, But with gold, what you want to do is look at what price has done in the past, and if gold is bullish, right, don't rush to want to buy gold, right? Look at where price has been left. Look at, just mark the key areas. For example, this is a key zone here. You can mark the key area that price moves sideways, like this one on the weekly setup, the one area. If you look at this other area here, it's one area here that price moves sideways. So you mark all of those key areas on the weekly setup that price consolidated sideways, and you can see also here price move a little bit sideways before going to the upside. And these are the areas you start looking for that long opportunity based on market structure. This structure signifies that in the past, price moved sideways, or there was some sort of high demand and supply in this area, and price moved sideways. Buyers and sellers battle with each other to win, and in the end, buyers won the battle. So if say sellers brought price back or brings price back to this area, then you know that buyers are gonna take charge. And the only way you're gonna invalidate this move is when price is gonna break structure, break below this move, and then the next target is gonna be this zone on down here. And the same thing with silver. I want to do a separate show, like do a thorough analysis on silver, gold, but these are all assets that you need to focus on, trade it, and make some money out of it. You can see the structure of silver on the weekly on the weekly time frame. Price left this zone here for silver. So this should be an important area in the future. If silver is going to consolidate, then these zones are all important zones that you should look for that opportunity to get some silver, right? And if you look at Solana is even more bullish as compared to if you look at Solana on the weekly setup, right? Solana is sorry, daily setup. Solana is bullish after this huge move. The downside, you can see the same thing happening, guys. Let me just say the same thing happening with Bitcoin on the daily time frame. The same thing happening with Solana and other altcoins on the daily time frame. I can see you, Natalie. Chat. Hi, but it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. Hi. Question: last time you post a mock a meme coin, do you think mock will pump soon? I don't talk about pumping or don't pump, not pumping soon. I'm focusing more on education, focusing more on ignoring hype or taking out signal. I focus on market structure. I'm gonna do a separate show on mock coin to see the key levels of mock coin and give you a clear direction based on the chart where price is rejecting and where price might go if the price keep rejecting those area. And I'm gonna show you the whole like setup, the structure. Then from there you can decide whether you're gonna buy or not. I don't do that prediction stuff anymore. I'm trying to build something serious here with serious guys, not guys who come here and want something to hype like this gonna pump and they want to buy. Then in the end, it doesn't do anything. I want to focus on education to educate you how I do things so that you can go and do it yourself. So this is the end of today's video. I'm rushing today's video because I have to go to the dentist, to like do some checkup. Yeah, tomorrow same time. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow same time. Have a nice time and don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye. Ciao.